Arsenal want to go for Morgan Rogers.
This is Good Morning Transfers, and this is your transfer update.
What about Arsenal then? Is this going to be a busy window for them?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. I think a comparison can be made between what happened last summer and what is potentially going to happen this summer for Arsenal. If you go back to last summer, they spent £250 million on transfers. You could actually call that £300 million because the Piero Hincapié deal was a loan with an obligation to buy for around £45 million, which will get triggered at some point if it hasn't been already. But what was interesting about their summer spend last summer was that they kept their existing squad together. There weren't very many departures at all at Arsenal. This summer, I think we're going to see a different approach in that they still want to be involved in trying to sign some of European football's biggest names. We know Morgan Rogers is a big target of theirs. Bouadi, who impressed so much for Morocco against Brazil, he's one of a number of midfielders that they're looking at. But I think this time there will be departures at Arsenal as well. And I've been told that there could be a key player departing, and make of that what you will. I think the names we need to kind of look at. Ben White is a player that we need to keep an eye on, whether he will stay at Arsenal or not, because there is interest in Ben White. If you look at the forward line, if they're trying to improve that forward line, I don't think the players that are there are going to be able to be retained, all of them anyway. If you look at Gabriel Jesus, he's got a year left on his contract. He's not getting much first-team action. His game time has been limited. I think Arsenal would look at offers of between 18 to 20 million pounds in this transfer window for Jesus. Gabriel Martinelli has got a year left on his contract, albeit Arsenal do have a year option on that. However, his game time was limited. Leandro Trossard was preferred in that position more often than not. And Leandro Trossard himself, he's going to turn 32 in December, and he's into the final year of his contract. Would Arsenal consider offers for him if a good enough offer was to come in? Then you look at Christian Norgard, came from Brentford. He's only started one Premier League game. Will he be available for transfer? And the other interesting one is a player who only signed a new contract at the club less than a year ago in Ethan Nwaneri. But he spent the second half of last season on loan at Marseille. He's going to find his game time potentially limited as well, because he's behind Bukayo Saka and Noni Madueke. They're both England internationals and both at the World Cup. So I think it can be an interesting transfer window for Arsenal. They do want to bring players in. They do want to build on what they did last season. They won the title. Mikel Arteta says he needs to reinvent himself, and he wants to get players in quickly and efficiently.